For the past few years, us Resident Evil fans have been eating pretty well, and Separate Ways is no exception. If you didn't get a chance to play the fantastic remake of Resident Evil 4 earlier this year, do yourself a favor and boot that bad boy up, because Capcom have really been on a roll. I've been a lover of the franchise for a long time. Bro, I'm even one of the 5 people that read the S.D. Perry tie-in book series, including the original story, Caliban Cove. Tolkien, step aside. But after enduring the dark ages of Resident Evil 6 and Operation Raccoon City, Capcom had a look in the mirror and decided it was time to sort their lives out. And since Resident Evil 7, they've produced nothing but bangers. Well, apart from the not one, but 2 unsuccessful asymmetrical multiplayer games that they've tried to shove down our throats. Come on guys, just take that money that you would spend making those and why don't you just do a Dino Crisis remake? So after having a load of fun with the base game earlier this year, I had no qualms in stumping up the $10 for the DLC. That's £8 in original money. And for that you get a really slick 4 to 5 hour campaign that runs alongside Leon's adventures in the base game. I think the value is great, it's really well priced, and I would 100% recommend you pick it up alongside 4's remake. So let's talk about the content itself. We have to get the big fat elephant in the room out of the way first. Right, so the big downside to this DLC is it features possibly one of the worst voice performances in recent memory. Alright, first up, don't you incels go sending this poor woman death threats, alright? But Lily Gao really phoned this one in. Some of the lines completely demolish my sense of immersion because of how badly they are delivered.
I'm seeing quite the crowd here. I wonder what has them so riled up.
So these criticisms were already there in the base game, and I kind of didn't really get it because Ada is such a transient character in the base game. But here, oh, there's nowhere to hide, baby. It's just you and the player for 4 hours. But fear not, there's a guy who's modding in an AI replacement voice. Listen, I'm not really clued up on the ethics of this, but you should definitely check out this comparison of the modded voice because it is insane. The DLC gives an alternate look at the story of the main campaign. Whilst Leon is battling hordes of nondescript European crazies, you're busy skulking around in the background doing spy shit, working for a bioterrorist with a slick hairdo. It's fun to see how the stories interweave and also resolves a few questions that I had from the base game, like what the fuck happened to Salazar's second bodyguard? The gameplay itself is pretty much unchanged, except Ada has a very cool grappling gun, and as we all know, adding a grappling gun to your game makes it 100 times more fun. Ada has a lot of verticality and she can zip between platforms to outmaneuver enemies and also towards them for a follow-up melee attack. The combat is as satisfying as it was in the original, and I'm quite happy with more of the same. You've got the same geezer selling guns going oi oi Savaloy, and the writing is the usual B-movie cheese. And there are some really great set pieces, including one sequence that is a straight up homage to the 2002 Resident Evil movie. I'm gonna leave it at that, but trust me guys, it is sick. As usual, the Resident Evil engine runs like butter on PC with no performance woes or bugs to speak of, which is honestly really refreshing because I feel like we're going through the age of the bad PC port at the moment, where publishers just look at PC players and think they're dirty peasants. This year has been absolutely jam-packed so far with great new releases and DLC and more yet still to come, which may mean that this gets buried. But listen boys, it's a straight up buy from me. Capcom have priced it really well, considering it's just a few hours shy of the Resident Evil 3 remake, and that was priced as a AAA game at launch. If you love good action shooters or just beautiful Asian women in tight as red dresses, then this one is for you. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can achieve complete global saturation.